What do you mean that you got chlamydia?
I don't have it. I thought I had it back when I was dating that crazy girl, and she broke up with me. Remember she? I broke up
Oh,
with
no,
her.
no. I'm talking more recently. You been slinging dick in some dirty places?
What? What are you talking about?
Don't lie now.
I don't know if I necessarily say it's been dirty. It's been questionable,
Definitely questionable.
but they've been clean.
Welcome to the Midweek Confession. I'm your
It's
host, Dirty, with Steve. Scumbag Steve.
yeah, it's well after midnight now. By the time we're recording, we went to the gym this evening. Then we came back. I cooked some elk chicken, some vegetables and asparagus, and here we are at almost 12:30 at night recording.
Yeah.
I've got a Miller 64 extra light beer, and
I've got a Bud Light Lime.
so what's going on, Dirty? What's on your mind tonight?
Women. But also that chlamydia that you got. They got you on penicillin? What they got you on?
To the best of my knowledge, I don't have any sort of sexually
When's the
transmitted
last time that you've
diseases.
been tested?
Um, when my crazy ex told me she had chlamydia, and
Alright,
I
that
went
was
and
like
got
5 years ago. How many... What do you think that's a little bit like... You should at least get like one test in between that like 4 or 5 years.
Well, well, I'm not itchy. It doesn't burn when I
Yeah, but
pee.
like most people don't know that they got something until...
Well, if that's the case, well, I no, because I feel like one of my partners would have found out and then came back to me, call me a scumbag for giving them chlamydia, gonorrhea, herpes, whatever it may be. Pick your poison.
To be fair though, I mean... They probably weren't thinking about it. They probably like slept around a little bit.
Well,
And
what
then,
are you
and
saying?
then
They probably slept around a little bit. Are you suggesting something about the women I sleep with?
I've seen the women that you sleep with. I don't have to suggest it.
Okay,
Uh,
that's fair.
but yeah, no. So they might not like come to you directly because like you kind of have this like, oh, you look sweet, and like really he's a scumbag.
I'm not okay, I guess you're kind of right if I'm just trying to hook up with somebody.
Because, well, let's face it, you don't use condoms. You have them,
I have
but they're for
them.
show.
I have used them. I mean, they're
When I was like 12.
no, I used some I used one about a month or so ago with the girl that I've been seeing recently
Yeah.
that I mistakenly got back in touch with.
Dumb fuck. Um,
Yeah, I had cut that off. We had been talking. We met on a dating app. We've been talking, and it had been going okay. We had sex quite a few times, but she got like annoyingly clingy to where if I'm at work and I didn't text her back within 5-10 minutes, she'd text me again and again, like freaking out, asking why I'm not talking to her, and just wanting to spend every single day together, like from the time I got out of work until the following day. And it was just way too much for me. So I cut it off with her. Then the other night I was in the bathtub, taking a bath. I had a long day at work, taking a bath, drinking some Jim Beam, and I was feeling good, listening to some music, and she texted me. And I texted her back, and we talked. And then she came over yesterday and stayed the night yesterday. So that was kind of a mistake in hindsight.
and didn't you like invite her to some sort of party too?
Yep, I invited her to my work Christmas party, which I'm hoping to find a way out of.
Oh, they canceled Christmas. That's how you do it. I
Yeah.
really, you need to grow a spine.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like you said, she's like really clingy and all this. You know what? At some point, you just gotta be like, kind of not worth it.
I think I'm
I
about
get
at
a,
that point, to be honest.
I get it. I get the cleanliness and lightly,
Yeah.
but constantly, I don't want to be around anyone 7 days a fucking week. I don't want to be around most of the people 5 days a week.
Half the time, I don't want to be around myself, let alone somebody else. You know, so like to have to deal with somebody else wanting to talk to you and touch on you and do all sorts of shit, it's just not my bag. Especially somebody who I barely know. You know, it's not like we've been together for years and bought a house together and lived together and all that stuff. And even then, I still need some alone time, some me time.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I I I wouldn't be able to deal with the clinginess. Like I said, I could deal with it like on occasion, but
Yeah,
like
like a couple days a week.
oh yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
fine. But like once we get past like 4, then I'm just like, all right, now you're pissing me off.
Well, I mean, 4's even pushing it because, like, if I spend 4 days with a girl, and then you and I spend a day doing a podcast, that's 5. And then if I want to go out with my other friends for a day, or if we want to do something for a day, that leaves me with 1 day to myself. And, that's not enough for me.
Yeah, I gotta say, I've kind of
Because how am I supposed to fit playing video games, playing around on my computer, jacking off, and whatever else I want to do in 1 day?
it's a lot to do.
Right. And I mean, you got to throw in like football that comes on, professional football, college football, all that stuff. So you're down to just a couple hours to do all that shit. I can't jack off while I'm playing a video game. If I could, I would.
Well, depends on the video game.
That's very true. I've got a couple of those downloaded on the computer right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know you remember when I was dating that one girl way out there, and like I would be out there for like 5, 6
Yeah.
days a week, and then I come back, I do laundry, and just on that one day of doing laundry, she would be fucking pissed that entire day.
Was she a lot younger than you?
She's like 3 years younger than me.
How old were you at the time when that happened? Shit, that had been.
I was 23, so she
Yeah.
was 20.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a mistake. Nice girl.
Did you still talk to her at all, or
Oh yeah, sure. Talk to
sure,
her.
or huh?
Yeah, I talk to her on
Oh.
occasion.
What's she doing? She with somebody? She got any kids?
Oh yeah, she's got kids.
Did she have kids back then?
Yeah, she had a kid back then.
Oh, how old was the kid?
Had while we were dating, the kid had just turned 1.
That should have been your first tell, Dirty.
What do you mean?
You're 23, she's 20, she's got a kid. He's a year old, and nothing against, a little bit against teenage pregnancy. But that's my first, that's not a red flag, but that's a yellow flag. Like, what's going on here?
Really? My red flag was like the one day when we're having sex, and like right before the end, I remembered. Wait a second, she took a Xanax, not the birth control. But yeah, and since then she had another one. I know she was married, but like I guess he like kind of beat the shit out of her or something.
He kind of beats.
Well, I mean he got arrested, but like they didn't arrest him until like just a few days ago. This happened like 3 months ago.
Holy shit! What happened? Do you know?
I guess he like fucking pinned her down, was fucking like trying to shove money in her mouth or some shit like that. Fucking screaming like right in front of the kids and shit. I guess the daughter, who I guess she'd be like 5 now, actually called the cops.
Wow. People are fucked up, man. Like I've been extremely pissed at some of my exes. The one that you and I talk about on occasion in private, and I would never do something like that. Like, I couldn't imagine, especially in front of kids. Like, that's just fucking unbelievable to me.
Yeah, I don't really understand what goes through some people's minds. There's this guy at work. He recently got arrested for a domestic dispute, and
Same sort of thing.
yeah, and he's actually been trying to play it off at work while he was on vacation and not in the county jail.
I mean, kinda was a vacation.
Not that I wouldn't want to be on that kind of vacation.
No.
But I mean, I don't know. It's not worth it. Usually, if they're that clingy, they've got some issues with them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that I've been finding out um, a lot about with this girl.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
she, she just texted me a little bit ago. We'll talk about that later.
oh God.
But what you, you want to maybe put that on? You want to put that on vibrate?
Yeah, I'll put it on vibrate. It's this what you remember? I was telling you that there was this girl I was texting, and she's probably about my age, and really cute blonde, and she's like a nurse and all of this.
Uh-huh.
Very kind of self-centered. Yeah, that was her, and she actually, because I was like trying. She didn't message me for a couple of days. I sure as shit wasn't messaging her for a couple of days.
Right.
Well, then she's like, so is there a reason why you ghosted me? And I'm too nice. So I was just like, oh, no, I've been really busy, which, I've been on vacation for the last fucking 7 days. So, it's just like,
Yeah.
come on now.
But to go
take the hint.
to go back to what you're saying about when you're having sex with that girl and you realize she took a Xanax, not the birth control, you could just do what I do and just do it anyways. Just
Are you fucking kidding me? When you already know that she has a 1-year-old, and you're like, oh shit, this one can get pregnant, and has before.
well,
And she got pregnant literally 6 months after we broke up.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when I thought I was scared for a while about the time the girl that we hung out with, was that last weekend? We went to Walmart with them and Steak and Shake. We had sex, and then 3 or 4 months later, she was posting on Facebook how she was pregnant. And I did the math in my head, like, like, oh shit. And I messaged her on Facebook. I'm like, hey, just wanted to check in. How's everything been going? She's like, oh, I'm pregnant. Didn't you see? I'm like, oh no, I didn't see. Do you know who the dad is? She's like, oh yeah, it's this guy I've been dating. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, I'm 90% sure it's 90% sure it's him. And he got a DNA test after the kid was born, and it's his, thank God, because that kid's pretty stupid. But
That's very nice of you to say.
But I was pissing my pants for a while there, thinking I might have had a kid with somebody who I didn't really want to have a kid with.
Yeah, that one girl. I remember one time she wasn't feeling good.
This is the one you were talking about that you were dating back then?
Yeah.
Okay.
We were out getting something to eat, and she hadn't been feeling good for a couple of days.
Right.
And of course, so pretty much her diet consisted of, I'm going to drink 6 energy drinks throughout the day, not eat anything.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah. And she's like, wouldn't it be funny if I was pregnant? And I just looked at her. I go, "You're not fucking pregnant. It's because you haven't. It's because you don't eat all day." And I'm like, "No, it wouldn't be funny. First thing I have to do is sell my guitar. Don't fucking joke like this."
That's your biggest concern, not oh shit,
It was a $500 guitar.
not oh shit, I'm gonna have another human I'm responsible for. It's my
Dude, I would
guitar.
probably. That would have been the fucking undoing of me. Can you imagine? I'd be drinking way more than what I was when I was 21.
I was gonna say you'd be a housewife, but I feel like no, she would be the housewife taking care of two children because you would be drunk off your fucking ass all the time.
And bitching about the situation.
Talk about your dreams, what you could have been if she didn't get fucking knocked up.
Be telling it to the kid every night. This bedtime story, you little shit.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I don't know though. No, I won't fuck around with anyone that's like under 23. Because, like, definitely not like. I won't fuck with anyone that's under 23. I definitely don't want to fuck with anyone that's under 21. If you can't sit at the grown-up table, I don't want anything to do with you. Get the fuck out of my face.
That's something I've been thinking a lot about recently with like for example, my work Christmas party and whatever, and I'm scrolling through Tinder and whatever. Yeah, no. Or if going out to a bar or whatever, I don't want to have to worry about, like you said, sitting at the adult table with somebody, no matter how good they look.
Yeah, I mean, and plus, it's just there's a maturity factor. Half the
Yep.
time, they really do think that they know what they're talking about, and they have no idea what they're talking about.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I learned anything about life until, oh,
Last year.
I go 2 years ago at least.
But yeah, no, I totally get it. And you're always learning more shit, learning how life actually works. But when you're that young, 18, 19, 20 years old, you are kind of setting your ways generally without many life experiences to kind of back up what you think.
Yeah, I don't know though, but like at this point, I almost think that I'd rather someone a little bit older, maybe about 29,
50.
29 or 30.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of how I've been thinking too recently because I I'm just so over the immaturity and dealing with the bullshit.
Or the immaturity, and I'd at least rather be with someone that's at least got something started or going for them.
Right. Right. Not working part-time at McDonald's with 3 kids at 22 years old.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. You just like explained the X. Um, although I can't really bitch because there was a point there where like she was actually paying for shit. So I was just like, all right, yeah, whatever.
Is that the one you told me about on, I think it was the first episode, that like when you guys broke up you had to like, you like gave her money back and
Oh.
she wanted more money?
Oh, fuck no. No. I'm not talking about that one. Fuck that one. That one was 19.
Come again?
The one where like she like paid like $50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one, she was like 19. Fuck her.
Jesus Christ, dirty.
Psycho.
Well, what were you thinking?
You know what I was thinking at the time.
How long ago was that again?
7
Last
months?
month?
7, 8 months?
Jesus.
Well, you know, you live and you learn.
Yeah. I mean, I get the appeal of somebody that young, but
Yeah, but you know what? I kind of look at it, and I'm just like, what the fuck was I thinking? And not even just the age. Not
what
even.
do you mean, looks or?
Well, that too. I mean,
Oh, she was ugly too?
well, I was the pretty one in the relationship. If that tells you anything.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. Well,
I mean you're beautiful, but it says a lot too.
you know what pissed me off though is I'd be this is gonna sound so petty. I'd be sitting there playing Fallout 4.
Uh-huh.
I'd be getting fucking so mad because I kept on dying at one spot.
Uh-huh.
And she would tell me to calm down. And I remember at one point, I'm like, don't fucking tell me to calm down. It's my goddamn game. Mind your fucking business.
You get back in the kitchen and make me fucking dinner, bitch.
Oh, please. I want to trust her to make me a food.
Did she ever cook for you?
Fuck no. Mm-mm.
Because, like, was there any examples of her cooking that made you not let her cook for you, or?
There's not a lot of people I would trust to cook for me.
Yeah, that was kind of like with my ex. When we had the house together, there'd be chicken in the freezer, and I'd say, "Hey, babe, before you leave for work, can you take the chicken out, and I'll make it so that when you get home, it'll be ready." So yeah, I'd come home. She would leave for work 3 hours before I got home, and I'd get home, and there'd be the chicken in a Ziploc baggie in the sink with hot, lukewarm to hot water in the sink. It had been sitting in there for 3 hours. And the first time I told her politely, babe, you can't do this. It's going to make bacteria. We're going to get sick if we make it. So I got to throw it out. Second time she did it, I was like, babe, I told you this last week. You can't do this. You can't defrost chicken like that. It's going to get us sick. That turned into a huge fight that lasted all night, where my ass ended up sleeping on the couch because she fucked up the chicken.
Well, did she eat the chicken and then get sick? Because that would be funny.
No, I fucking threw the chicken out because I didn't want to get sick. This is the same girl who, when we were dating, she lived on campus at college. I went over and she was making steaks or something, and she was making mushrooms because she knows I like mushrooms. And they looked kind of funny as she was cooking them. And I grabbed the package, and she asked me what I was doing. I told her I was checking the expiration date on them. She started yelling at me, they're fine, blah, blah, blah. The fucking mushrooms were a month old. A month past their due date. What the fuck?
Like, how much common sense does it take to look at the expiration date?
Oh, I look at the expiration date of everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you kind of have to. Oh, and it's like bread too, cause like you can go a day past, but like I remember one day, so I went like like I used some bread. It was a day past the expiration. Fucking next day, the whole rest of it was like a half a loaf, all moldy, and I was just like, oh. No, it wasn't even bread. It was hamburger buns. And I had already started making the fucking hamburger.
Oh, fuck that.
And I was like, oh my God. So you know what I had to do? Use the fucking tortilla shell. I wrapped it up in a tortilla shell.
I've done that before. That's actually pretty damn good.
Yeah, but like it was like the really big one, so like there was like a lot of excess.
Yeah.
And I was just like, kind of dry.
Yeah. Do you put any sauce on it, or?
Oh, of course. Sriracha.
Sriracha and Crisco?
No. No. No Crisco.
I just got the mental image of you making a taco or something, and you got the jar of Crisco and just a spoon just fucking slapping it on your cheeseburger taco.
But oh no, I don't really trust a whole lot of women to make me anything like that one that I was talking about before with the Xanax birth control. She made some food a few times, but then I guess that was a little bit different because like I was like kind of living there.
So what makes it different? You're you're not wanting to trust these women to make you food, and women are
She
naturally
worked in the food industry, so she's not gonna.
right. But I mean, women in general. You're saying you're reluctant to trust them to make you food, but then you will chow down on some shit that I make.
Well, with that 19-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little bit different because there was definitely an immaturity there, because like she's like 19 and she was like always complaining about work, but she only worked like 16 to 20 hours a week,
Nice.
and it's just like it's
Are you
just
afraid
like
she's gonna put some antifreeze in your food, or?
I mean, I guess if I had pissed her off enough, yeah, she definitely probably would have. But like this was just like I kind of took it like the work thing is you haven't gotten to that point yet where you're actually thinking. And it's just like, because I mean, I didn't really start cooking for myself until, I don't know, 20, 21.
Right.
But I was also working a lot back then.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. I mean, it depends. Like, you see some women post like pictures of their food on social media.
Right.
Sometimes it looks really good, and I'll be like, yeah, that's what I need. I need someone that cooks, someone that actually knows how to cook. And then sometimes you see them posting, it's like fucking Kraft macaroni and some like
Kraft macaroni and some like cut up hot dogs on a paper plate.
yeah, it's like I need to stay away from that hillbilly. What's the matter? Like, and they'll always be bragging about their dinner. It's like, come on now. It's not even a ballpark Frank.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cheap Walmart knockoff hot dog.
Hey, there's
like
there's nothing wrong with knockoff Walmart hot dogs,
Bullshit.
but you should not be posting them on your social media.
Not to brag.
Right.
You should be posting it. It's like ironic. Like, Jesus Christ, when am I actually going to get paid?
Yeah.
Thank you, good sir.
But no, I mean, those cheap hot dogs, if you throw them on the grill, they taste just as good as... I wouldn't say they're as good as, like, ballpark Franks, but the cheap ones are just as good as just about anything else.
Well, let's face it. I mean, because, like, for the longest time, like when I was growing up, like, we would, like, boil hot dogs.
Right.
All right? Which, nothing wrong with that. Until you fucking grill them. Or, I don't know, cook them in a fucking skillet.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, wow, why have I been eating like a caveman for all these years? Why would I do this to myself? Same thing with like cheap old Polish sausages.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, they're okay. They're boiled.
That's how you're supposed to eat them.
Yeah, but like, I prefer like doing the whole skillet thing.
Yeah. Yeah,
It
I can see that.
It gives it a crunch, and it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like those really cheap ones, I don't give a shit. I don't want to eat those.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. My favorite sausages would have to be like beer brats, but not like buying them as beer brats, buying regular brats and then boiling them in beer and onions and then putting them on the grill.
Oh, and then another one of my, I guess it'd be kind of a pet peeve. It's like let's say you're dating someone. It's like, yeah, no, I'm gonna make like chicken, mashed potatoes, gravy. I'm like, all right, yeah, sounds good. And then it's like the instant mashed potatoes, the fucking jar of gravy. That all you have to do is heat it up.
Right.
And it's like those chicken fillets that you can just microwave. It's like, all right. Like, you put no thought into this.
Right.
Because, I don't know. I guess it's just the way I grew up. I mean, if I make something like that, I follow my mom's recipe.
Right.
I know the recipe. I'm not eating the fucking... Like, I'll have some instant mashed potatoes. There's some good ones.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But if I'm making it dinner...
Yeah.
not doing that.
Yeah, it's different between making like a dinner, like especially for like people. If you're gonna feed anybody else, or just oh shit, I'm hungry, I want me some mashed potatoes real quick.
And that's also my thing too, because like if I'm dating someone,
Mm-hmm.
I actually prefer to do the cooking.
Me too. Me too for sure.
But like my wheelhouse of cooking, like really goes down because like there's some things like I remember my mom teaching me how to cook, but then I'm like, I don't know how to cut up peppers. I really don't know how to fucking do this.
You could have watched me when I was cutting out the goddamn peppers
I
earlier.
was in the shower.
I know, asshole. Spent like half an hour cutting up peppers and getting the asparagus ready and
Yeah, I've been on the other side of it,
what other side?
like cutting up the asparagus and shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, next time I'll teach you how to cut up peppers. It's super easy. It's a pain in the ass, but it's easy.
Yeah. I don't know. But like, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's kind of why I don't trust cooking. Yeah, because like some people, I wouldn't trust it if my fear would be like I think that they can cook and then they're giving me hot dogs and Kraft macaroni.
My biggest fear still stems from my ex with the expired mushrooms is that somebody's gonna make me something that's gonna make me fucking sick. Because I know if I'm cooking something, I know that I check the expiration dates. I know that everything's still good to eat, and I don't trust people to do that shit.
Oh yeah, I keep a pretty close eye on expiration dates.
Yeah.
Last thing I want to do, and like especially with milk, last thing I want to
Mm-hmm.
do is like get a glass of milk and I end up drinking some sour milk.
Ugh. Get those chunks going down.
Ugh, be disgusting.
Have you ever done that?
No, no. Actually, one time I threw out some milk because I forgot what day it was. Well, it turns out it hadn't expired, but I wasn't gonna take the chance.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm the same
And once
way.
I threw it in the trash, it's not like I was gonna dig it out. Not gonna, not gonna contaminate it.
Fuck. Man, I am tired. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We should have got an earlier start on this shit.
Well, yeah, but you know, we had things to do and food to eat.
And I still got half a beer, so we're good for another 30 seconds at least.
Yeah, I've got 3/4 of mine.
Yeah, is that your second beer tonight or third?
That's number 3. But
You had a good amount to drink last night, Dirty. I had
I was fucking smashed.
3/4 of a bottle of whiskey left.
Dude, I was texting everyone.
But would you say that's fair? I had about 3/4 of a bottle of whiskey.
That I had 3/4.
No. There's probably 4/5 of that bottle left when it was opened last night. Because I was drinking that.
I had at least half that bottle. At least half a bottle.
Yeah, you had well over half a bottle because
And I was just drinking it with water.
I made
A
myself
splash of water.
one drink. I mixed it with Diet Coke, and then I had like I think 2 or 3 little sips out of the bottle. And I came out, and you were sitting in the kitchen with a big ass cup, and I went to grab the bottle, take another swig, and there was like droplets left in the bottom. And you were just having a good fucking time.
I don't remember. I think I had like 2 or 3 of those 6-ounce paper cups.
Yeah, you had well over half a bottle of whiskey in a couple hours.
Like an hour and a half, maybe 2.
Yeah, and we went outside to smoke, and you, yeah.
Fucked up. Yeah, no, I was texting everyone.
I've been there.
Yeah, I'm just glad that I felt fine when I woke up.
Mm-hmm. I fucking hate that. That's why I don't really drink. One of the reasons why I don't really drink anymore when I have to work the next day, just because even if I have like 4 and I wake up for work, I just feel like shit for the first half of the day. But on the weekends it's a little nicer because I can get more sleep in and and sleep it off. But I, yeah, half a bottle in an hour and a half. I don't think so. Hey, and you were talking about wanting more. I was trying to get you to get Tom to take.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't trust Tom's driving. I would just have him hand me over the keys. I'll fucking do it myself.
No, do you remember all of last night, or is any of it hazy? Or
No, I remember. For the most part, like, I don't remember everything that was said.
well, you can't. If you're sober, you don't remember every single word that was said the night before. But
Like, but I do know that there was, like, parts, because, like, your mom wanted me to, like, mop the floor and, like, do the dishes.
mm-hmm.
And I wasn't quite sure if I was going to remember that, so I had to put it in my calendar. Just to be sure, just to be on the safe side. But no, I mean, I woke up feeling fine, remembered everything.
And
Knew I didn't make an ass of myself.
I don't. I don't know how with how much you fucking drank, because I know if I drank that much, I would have definitely made an ass out of myself.
I'm a pro. You gotta remember, though, back in the day, that amount,
you would have been fine.
yeah, I would have been fine with fucking dancing.
It would have taken that amount to get you to agree to go to the bar with me, where you would have had 6 or 7 more.
You know what's funny, though? Now that I think about it, I've never drank in front of a woman that I've been dating.
Really?
One time I tried a Four Loko.
Ugh.
Ugh. It was disgusting.
That is
so, and this was like when I was drinking, and I just took a sip, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking disgusting. How can you? Why would you want me to buy this?"
This
Like,
comes
Jesus
from
Christ.
this comes from the guy who drank a whole bottle of what, Tequila Rose. You drank a whole bottle of Mad Dog.
Tequila Rose. What? Mad Dog and Wild Irish Rose.
What, Wild Irish Rose? That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Wild Irish Rose. The Wild Irish Rose. I had money to get like. I could have gotten Grey Goose, but I was just like, I want to know what it's like to feel poor tonight.
It's
And
like
let me tell you, that was
that's like a $4 bottle, wasn't it?
like 3. But it was, god damn, that fucked me up. That's fucked me up worse than anything.
I want to hear your story. You talking about being drunk. I want to hear your story about the night when you're drinking was it apple pie schnapps or something?
Oh, when I stripped down in my car?
Yeah. I want to hear the whole story because it's been years since I've heard it, and it's fucking awesome.
Oh, so at the time I was living at my dad's, and so in the parking lot there's parking spots that face the apartment. Then there's parking spots opposite that face towards the field. So I'm parked in the field. So I'm in the car. I'm listening to music. I'm drinking the apple. I don't know what the hell it was called. Captain
I don't fucking.
something.
Anyways,
Apple pie. So I'm drinking this, and I fucking fly through it.
do you remember how many percent alcohol it was?
No, I don't remember. It was like 30 or 40.
Nice.
But so I drink it, and it was like it was summertime, and start getting hot, and like I'm in the car, I'm listening to music, take off the shirt.
You're shirtless now.
I'm shirtless. I think I took off my jeans, and I'm in the car. I'm sitting there, I'm listening to music, I'm having a good time. I've still got a little bit of the bottle left. And like all of a sudden like I see a car pull up behind me, so it's like it's blocking me in. I wasn't going anywhere, obviously. Then I see a flashlight. Like I see a light and it's like hitting me on the side. I'm like, what the fuck? And I roll down the window and I'm just like, can I fucking help you? And like no voice. Doesn't say anything. Turns, walks away, gets in the car. And then like I see him drive around and it's a fucking county sheriff.
time of day was this?
Oh, this is like 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Jesus Christ.
This was in the middle of the day. I'm not stripping. Well, actually, in that car I could have because it was so tinted.
Which car was that?
It was the Avenger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you did have a lot of tint on that. Oh my god.
Yeah. I don't know.
Are you about ready to call this one a wrap?
Let's go for like another 20.
We can try. Let me pause this though, because I gotta pee and get
Oh,
another beer.
Jesus.
Okay, we are back. I've got another beer, feeling kind of refreshed, I think.
So, do you think at this point, back to women,
Okay.
do you think at this point you're kind of done with the younger ones?
I'm gonna say yes until until I prove myself a liar. I would prefer to definitely be done with them. Ideally, I think I'd like to find somebody, like you said, maybe 30, early 30s.
I don't think your mom would approve.
Yeah, well, it doesn't really matter what she approves of or not. She doesn't approve of fucking anybody.
Yeah, you could be dating a saint. She'd be like, really? What's so good about her?
Yeah. Yeah, she's a bitch. but no, I mean, like you said, the maturity factor is a really big thing for me. And just having their head on straight and knowing what's going on in their life, where they want to be, what they want to do. I don't know, and I think we touched on this before, but I just don't think I could be with somebody who has a kid. I don't know, because there's one girl from Ohio where I used to live who came out here and visited a couple months ago. She's got 2 kids, and she might be the only exception, but she lives 3 hours away, so that's not really feasible right now.
Well, not at the moment.
But
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understand that, but at the same time, like, at this point, if they have kids, fine. If not, fine.
what if she got 4 kids?
4? How old? All right.
1, 3, 5, and 8.
1, 3, 5, and 8. I get. Yeah, that's sure.
What?
Yeah, that's fine. Because, like, I remember one time I went out on this date with this girl. She had 2 kids, right? These kids were, like, barely a year apart. Like, barely.
She was getting busy.
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I believe one time she told me that she had a latex allergy. And then like 2 texts later, she's like, "Oh, I was just joking about that, but I just don't like the feel of them." And it's like, yeah, that's probably why you have 2 kids. Like one kid was like maybe 15 months old. The other one was like 2 or 3 months old.
Jesus Christ Almighty!
And I was just like, what?
She didn't even give her shit time to heal.
Oh no. And then and I think since then she's had like 1 or 2 others. But here's the kicker though. The first 2 different dads.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, she was a little bit loose on the morals.
Yeah, I could see that.
I dodged a bullet with that one though. She was crazy as shit.
Crazy like how?
Oh, she was psychotic.
Like
Kind of like how
my ex.
well, the one that you keep going back to.
I don't keep going back to her. I
Yeah.
went back to her once.
Yeah, but you've been talking about cutting this off since like mid-October. We're midway
Through November.
Yeah. So for like the last month, but you just have no spine. Sometimes you just gotta tell them, no, I'm not just a piece of meat.
I hate being, and that's how she treats me. All she wants to do is have sex. Sometimes I just want to cuddle and watch movies. I don't want to fuck all the time anymore. I'm getting old.
It's funny though, because I'm older than you, and I'd be like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, 3-4 times a week. Yeah, sure.
Well, 3 or 4 times a week, yeah, that's fine. But I mean, like,
I should say days, 3 or 4 days a week.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's so. But I mean, like, to the point to where that's all she wants to do is have sex and go to sleep. Like,
Oh yeah, that sounds like fun.
yeah, no, it's bullshit. Because like, if I'm gonna dedicate my time and effort into somebody, especially now that I'm getting older, I don't want it to be literally just sex. You know, like I want to like do stuff and like have a connection with somebody, not just put my penis inside of them and mashing it together until I come.
All right. Yeah, that was great. But, yeah, I mean that's usually kind of a personality thing for them because, well, can you imagine what they must be like if you just hang out with them? How boring they must be.
Yeah, yeah.
That's something that irritates me.
What boringness?
Yes. No actual like personality.
Mm-hmm.
They have nothing really to talk about. Nothing that really interests them.
I hate that so much.
Nothing that really interests them. It's like one thing I always ask. One thing I always ask. Do you read?
Mm-hmm.
And then if they say yes, then I ask them what they read. If they don't read, I already know not going to work. Not going to work.
Yeah.
Because reading's a pretty easy hobby to get into.
Yeah, but you also have to have time. I mean, like, if it's a girl with 4 kids, 1, 3, 5, and
That's a
8,
little bit different.
and she's got a full-time job, she don't got time to read anything but bedtime stories to the kids.
Yeah, that's a little bit different though. At this point, I'm talking about someone that doesn't have kids. That's
I
probably.
gotcha. I gotcha.
But it's not, yeah, or
People just like browse Facebook or Instagram all day, and
oh, if I see that shit, or no, even better, the very tall tale sign is if you look at their Facebook and then like you see like they post all of their shit on there. It's like,
like all their personal issues.
oh yeah,
Fuck, I hate that so. I've got so many people on my Facebook that do that, and it pisses me off, and I want to delete them, but just like their drama makes me feel better about my life, so I keep them on just as like kind of like
as entertainment.
yeah, like I take joy in their issues because they're stupid
Say
enough.
it, you enjoy their pain and suffering.
Yeah, I mean, because they're stupid enough to just blast that shit out there like it's everybody's business. Like, I haven't seen you since we were in fucking high school 10 years ago. You've got me on your Facebook, and you're saying all this shit about your baby's mom or your baby's dad and how they're on meth and what the what would possess somebody to do that? Or, oh, I saw this with somebody we went to school with the other couple weeks ago. Child services came to my house and said that I don't take care of my kids, I don't feed my kids, and they might take the kids from me and blah blah blah, and that's bullshit. I'm a good parent.
Really?
Why would you post?
Yeah, after this, I'm gonna want to hear about who that was, but like, yeah, why would child services say all that just to fuck with you?
Right. Yeah, like you're obviously doing something wrong if child services shows up, does their work or whatever, and comes to that conclusion. Oh, she also posted she took one of her kids to the doctor, and the doctor said that the doctor was yelling at her because the kid was malnourished. He had all these vitamin deficiencies and stuff. And she's like, well, I can't help it that my baby will only eat chicken nuggets from wherever. And I can't always afford them. But he won't eat anything else that I make at the house. So sometimes he just doesn't eat. What the fuck?
Stop feeding your kid chicken nuggets from the time that he's born.
Yeah.
Like, feed him some food.
Well, that's in Dan when he was younger. My brother, he only liked, like chicken nuggets, hot dogs, and cheeseburgers. But you better believe my mom made him fucking eat something else if that's what was for dinner.
Yeah, like, just use your brain. Feed your kid.
Yeah.
It's just, some people are just stupid.
They're all fucking idiots, man.
And some of these, and like when I worked at, when I was in rent to own, like I would go to some of these people's houses.
Oh.
They live like animals. Disgusting.
Yeah.
And it's just like I remember one girl that we went to school with. She probably had at least like 6 dogs. These dogs, she would let them piss all over in the house. It was bad.
Fuck.
It's like, and I've seen her on like dating sites. I'd be like,
nope.
No, and like, and
well,
I just went, and I
hold
would.
up. I don't know who this girl is, but if you didn't know this about her, would you have said yes or?
Oh hell no! I still wouldn't have. No.
She ugly or fat or?
Yes. But no, and then there's like some people on there, and like they always have these issues. My favorite though is when they can't spell. They're terrible spellers.
Especially with autocorrect and everything now, like.
Yeah, like, why are you turning it off?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love it when people say like defiantly instead of definitely.
Oh,
You fucking idiots.
that gets me so fucking hot. Because if you just look at that word, you can tell that that's not definitely.
Like, you can tell that these people do not sound it out. They don't even give a shit.
No.
Like, I remember when we used to have, like, the phones with the keyboards. Not T9, but the keyboard
But
ones.
the actual, yeah.
Oh, I hated spelling definitely. I had to find different words to use.
Of course.
Yes. Now, I just, sometimes, because I swipe all the time. If I don't get it on the first one, I have to put in D, E, F.
Yeah.
And then I'll be like, scroll through. That's the one.
Oh, shit. You know what I think we should do for the next podcast? Well, the next one's going to be possibly football predictions. The next one will possibly come out before this.
Yeah.
But for the next one, I want you to watch the first Harry Potter movie and talk to me about it.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. You made me sit through that fucking piece of shit last one at the movies.
You didn't even watch it. You fell asleep and masturbated in the movie theater.
Well, can you blame me?
We're gonna watch them and we're gonna review.
No, I'm not doing it. I'm not watching Harry Potter.
Or maybe we'll wait till we get till we get some good cameras and we'll do a live Dirty's live reaction to it. You can have all the beer, all the booze you want. I'll provide the beer and the booze and chicken wings or whatever. You'll love it.
When we get cameras, we're playing chess.
Well, there are multiple things that you can do for videos, Dirty. You know that, right?
If we get cameras, I'm going to be a cam girl.
I'm sure there's a niche for...
Why did you just come?
I'm sure there's a niche for overweight Jewish men on those campsites.
I'm not Jewish, but yeah.
I apologize to all the Jews out there listening. All the 3 viewers this is gonna have.
And 2 of them are
You and
in
I.
this room.
Yeah.
But oh, what's going on over here?
What?
Oh, my phone's going off. But I don't know why. Who could be messaging me?
Is it a female?
Emails.
Who's emailing you? Or is it just your porn subscriptions?
It's just a bunch of different random ones. It's weird because like I get a lot of spam emails, but they don't go to the spam folder.
Yeah, that shit happens. Pisses me off.
Yeah. So,
So what's up?
you want to end this?
Yeah, I think so. It's after 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm tired. Beer's almost gone. You got anything else to say?
Follow me on Twitter. All 3 viewers at the Dirty Dog 1.
Dog has 2 G's. And follow the Midweek Confession on Twitter at @mid_confession. We're on Spotify, Google Podcasts, and Buzzsprout.
Oh, and if you notice anything new about the Midweek Twitter account, maybe they're posting some witty lines. That's because it's being it's under new management, and not our engineer Tom.
Okay, we will be back next time, hopefully.
Yep. Goodbye.